you could have something not completely even be your fault, and it's still your duty to sit here and take care of yourself.
Heal.
How to heal? How do you heal? How do you heal, time?
You know what it sounds like? It doesn't sound like healing. It sounds
yeah,
like healing.
I know. I heard it.
Welcome to our channel. If you haven't met us, this is Inez. This is Inez.
I'm your friendly local therapist.
Yes, she is. Writing it out is
just
weird.
like letting it out, reading it, and like just lighting it on fire in a safe environment can just be very cathartic.
Oh man, I want to do that.
Yeah, you should. It's beautiful.
It's not your responsibility.
It's not my responsibility.
That person's issues is not your responsibility.
Yeah, and like
your responsibility is just you owe it to yourself to be happy.
Yes,
you owe it to yourself to feel good.
Yep.
You owe it to yourself to heal. That's your only responsibility.
Yeah, I could sit here and be honest on this goddamn camera.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Mindful Millennials podcast. We're your hosts, Gray,
Inez.
And today we actually have a special topic. We have a topic that's in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. What was our topic? Tell us
Basically, because it's May, right? And because Mindful Millennial is all about
mindfulness.
Mindfulness, self-awareness, being in the present moment, assuring yourself of healing and growth. So today's topic is about healing. And if you are healed, how do you know you're healed?
I don't think you ever know. I don't think you ever know.
Are we ever really healed?
It's a roller coaster, in my opinion.
No, goodbye. Bye. Cut the cameras.
Now it really is. It really is a roller coaster, though, because a lot of times it depends on the circumstances. And you'll feel like you're healed, let's say, if you're just feeling better about yourself.
Right.
But once something happens with your job or something that could trigger a trauma, then it's like, wait, your healing just took 3 steps back.
Triggers.
Triggers.
Sips and therapist.
Therapist. That's why.
Sips and therapist mode.
Triggers, bro.
Triggers are the first thing I think we need to know whether or not someone is healed.
Yeah.
Triggers is not only knowing what your triggers are and identifying when you're triggered, but how are you reacting when that trigger happens?
That's the thing. It's your reaction to
are you
that you
angry?
Really don't expect.
Are you angry? Do you lash out? Do you regress? Do you let it build up in you? Do you resent them and bring it back up on them? Do you get revenge on them?
That's a big
one.
Do
you confront them? Do you have a healthy conversation? How do you handle the triggers?
Or do you just not say a word?
That part. I think without sitting here, and I don't sit here and claim that I'm healed. I don't feel like I've ever, I can only know what I've been through, accept what happened, be aware of what I need to personally work on.
Right.
And understand and know the difference. Like, I just practice having the techniques to be able to distinguish and control my own emotions, especially to the world around me.
Right.
You know, and
that's hard. That's not easy, man.
It's not easy. It's a constant job. It's a 24-hour job. And that comes with self-love. Self-love and self-awareness.
Yep.
Definitely being mindful, being in the moment. It's understanding when you need a break, listening to your body, listening to just the simple fact of, oh, I'm tired. And you sit here and you compensate of doing things like drinking coffee. Like, just drink some water and see how you feel. Have a cup of water. Did you have water? Did you eat a good food, like balanced breakfast?
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? Did you just have like some junk food at Dunkin' Donuts and like Call it a
Yo,
freaking day.
oh,
I
did
love
you just
Dunkin' Donuts
order a
breakfast, but
large, extra large cold brew with 2
do
donuts and
exactly
3? That wasn't me, by the
a
way.
large
It was
caramel
not me.
latte with like a sausage, like
Yeah.
egg and cheese on a croissant. Like, dude,
I
what?
became a very much like eat at home person,
Mm.
especially after the whole Rona and everything. I don't know. I feel like you just really can't trust these delivery people. I'm sorry.
There's nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people that do that, but it's one of those things where it's like the topic is being healed, right? So how are you gonna sit here and claim that you're healed when you're a living embodiment of negative behavior?
Yeah. Or a
You
negative mentality.
a negative mentality, someone, and that's where it's like you're not healed. People that sit here and act like, oh well, I don't care. Saying you don't care doesn't mean you're not you're healed. That's not what that means. Like, for example, when people be like, oh, I moved on from my ex and stuff like that, and they do all these things, but then they go on and continue dating people in the same inappropriate patterns, and
Yeah.
then you develop this, oh, men ain't shit mentality. That's not healed. That's you,
Yeah.
repressing and denying shit, and like,
And then you'll have the same behavior with a new person just because you're
exactly.
still
You're
having the
just,
same
and
reaction.
that's how you know you're healed, because you're still experiencing the same. Those are the people, if you ever sat here and you're just like, oh, why am I still going through this? Because you haven't learned your fucking lesson yet. You didn't learn the lesson you were supposed to
Or
learn.
meeting the same type of
How
people
are you
over
going to
and over
sit
and over
here?
again.
I'm not going to sit here. You know what's so funny? I was talking to
Shit.
somebody the other day, and I don't want to sit here and put out their business.
I mean, you can't. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We don't do that here.
No, we don't. But I'm just going to overgeneralize it and be overly
Sirens.
sirens. I love sirens. People die every day, babe. People die every day. And I hate it because it makes me lose my train of thought. Point of the matter is, now I'm just going to over exaggerate everything, right? Just like I was saying, I feel like it's easy to sit here and talk about being healed in a relationship, but being healed can also come from family trauma. Your family is supposed to show you how to love, right?
Yeah.
So when you sit here and you have bad examples of what basic communication, basic boundaries, and if your parents were the type to sit here and not respect your point of view, or
Constantly
always
criticize you.
or constantly criticize you, or constantly hit you, or constantly just put you down. There was no form of safety in your house. Your parents were
Nope.
always in a bad mood. So you're just
Always
constantly
correcting something.
Exactly.
Always trying to fix
So
something.
when you have a child like that, that tends to develop into either anxiety or self-esteem issues, or
Yep.
depression, or
lack of confidence,
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. List and list of mental health issues.
depression.
Exactly. That plays on into our upbringing.
Depression. That's
That part. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, I've had to overcome depression.
Same.
And overcome it in the sense of, it happened over something. Again, it happened over there was always a main event where something breaks your heart or something just disappoints you, and it's just so tragic.
Or just dramatically shifts your inner core, bro.
Because there's that healing isn't, you don't heal from something all cute, like, oh, I broke a cup, boo-hoo. Like, no, that's not what happened. Healing is someone just hit you with a fucking brick in your face that you didn't see coming. You walk outside and brick. Yo, I'm talking about gut.
Future Gray inserts. Brick.
Oh my God. I love that. Please, yes, we love Future Gray out here.
Oh man, I give
we
myself
couldn't make
work
it.
all
We
the
couldn't make
time.
it without referencing her. I'm
It's
talking
just
about gut wrenching, heart sinking. You can't breathe. You're
that you don't even
suffocating.
know what to feel for. Like you don't know what to feel.
You are.
It's like
You can't utter words. You're just like
numb.
Yo, you're, and that's just off of what happened.
Numb.
So then from that, you have the event, and then you have the effects of the event.
And then it's all up to you how you process it from the start to from the start to the end, obviously. But
Healing is not for the weak. Healing ain't pretty.
it's not pretty, and I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to do it on their own just because they'll like to keep it you know, keep their problems private. They don't want to be judged. That's
Yeah.
a really big one because you never know how people are going to receive your
No, because it's
traumas
not
or
normal.
your issues.
If you're surrounding yourself with people, like, I'm sorry, but a lot of times I see friend groups that have the same type of issues, and it's like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, thing one and thing two. Hello.
Yeah.
Show me your friends, and I'll show you who you are. If that's the quote, if we quote and
Something like that.
something like that. Birds of a feather.
I just know that, yeah, it all depends on who you surround yourself with. And what, too. Like, the places you go to as well. Like,
and it's like, if you're surrounded by that toxic energy, because there's a lot of men that sit here and get influenced by their that wolf
Their
pack
bro.
mentality. Yeah, they're bros. They're fucking bros. Yeah. Like, yes, that's exactly what I mean. But there's also women that are like, yeah, fuck him, cheat on him, yeah, suck 20 dicks. Who cares? All he did was not respond to you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And delusion plays a big role.
So why? But I don't understand that mentality. Honestly, it's just
Which one?
The girls' mentality that be like that. Like,
oh, because
it's like
women
the
are very
morals,
vindictive.
just the morals and values. Sometimes I'm like, I mean, to each their own, you know, to each their own. But sometimes it's like,
this is when
it's gotten worse by generation. I'm like,
again, not healed. They're not healed. You're not healed, bro. You were.
So what are the different?
We're gonna sit here and be honest on this goddamn camera. We're not gonna sit here and act like we ain't do nobody no dirty and came up on some things because we felt like it. Because we're pretty and who run the world?
Yeah, but what I'm thinking more so is like how much it's changed throughout the years. So I'm like, how do you think that people processed healing from like the freaking 90s to now?
Generational trauma, sis. That's a thing.
Exactly.
That's a thing.
Exactly.
That's definitely a thing.
And that shit was just on CNN this morning. Generational trauma.
What about it? What specifically?
Just different ways on how you could deal with it. Or resources,
it's
you know,
crazy.
and all that. They were just talking about it on the news today, but I don't have the answers when it comes to that. But is it a thing? Hell yeah, it's a thing. It's a big deal.
And it's shown with men that aren't fathers to kids now.
And they don't get talked about enough.
Or men that like feel like it's not their place to put an opinion on a child. Like a child's life with a woman that they don't see a future with, but they have to take responsibility for laying with that woman. You can also do it with the single mothers who saw their mom be a single mom, never learned what it was like to be with a man, grew up with unhealthy, or have a father around, not know what it's like to have a healthy, stable relationship. Only feed off the needs of, oh, give me money, or you're supposed to provide for me, or you're like, you know what I'm saying? The materialistic role of a man.
And not even more so, not even having that protection, that level of protection.
No, and even then, son, you see your mom go through what the heck she goes through, and it's not like some women. I'm not saying all women that were raised by a single mom, because I didn't go through this, but again, there's that other perspective of these women that have also belittled their fathers, and you see these girls like so quick to sit here and be so disgusting. And I'm talking about nasty. And you're talking about generational trauma, yes.
But some disgusting how? Like mistreating family? Like what?
No, like disgusting, like they're nasty, like they're rude, they're nasty, they're bitter, they have no morals, they lay with whatever, they don't care about who. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They have no boundaries.
Like they'll do whatever for a quick lick. Like they're gonna get to the bag like by any means necessary.
Yes, like they'll just
no matter what.
Oh, that was your man? Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Man. Yeah. Oh, he's your brother? Oh, sorry. Oops. Oh, that's your dad? Oh.
Yo, bro.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah. But
that's full.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
But my thing is, like, everyone knows healing is hard, right? And is that why freaking therapy is so expensive? Because give me a break, bro.
Yes. Yes. You pay me to fucking listen to all your fucking nonsense. Yes, you better fucking pay me. Because you want to know why? Nobody gave a damn about people's feelings until now. And now everybody's sad and the schools are shooting up and nobody knows why. Girl, yes, pay me. You have to pay me for that.
Because I'm not even gonna lie. Like I checked BetterHelp and they were kind of expensive.
Yes, it's
BetterHelp,
expensive.
I think it's called BetterHelp. It's like an app. This is not sponsored.
There isn't. Just
Anyways, there's plenty of resources
she could bleep
online.
it.
Yeah, there's plenty of resources online. I do think that it's become more accessible. Yes. Is it cheap? No. Accessible? Yes.
But you know what? That's depending on your insurance provider. That's one thing I can definitely say working within just an overall. I have an extensive background in healthcare, so.
But it's like the insurance provider plus si te da la gana if you feel like actually looking for all these. Because finding a therapist is a lot of work.
It is. Because you also have to find the right one that's qualified. Man. And then it's not just like what you think. It's also, people can sit here and that's the problem. And this is why therapy is expensive and people have an issue with it. Do you really want to change? Therapy is so you can change. We're not there to just sit here and talk about
that. It's that as a commitment.
Yes, that's why it's expensive. Yes, medicine is expensive. The brain is expensive. You want me to sit here and help you forget a memory that has traumatized you and affected the course of your girl? I gained weight because of my depression. Like I'm still dealing with the effects. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
No, it's like you can't forget anything. No. You can just change how you react to it.
And you know what? And you need a therapist to teach you that.
And that is what they do. Hey.
And the more you know, like that is what. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to all the therapists. Big ups to the therapists, mental health awareness.
Yes, come on now. Woo woo.
Snap it one time for the therapist.
Snap it one time for mental health, guys. Everybody needs a therapist.
No, yeah, it's true. Everyone needs a therapist.
And you know what? One thing I can sit here and say and talk about
for real.
Talk about healing. I had to be in grad school, like my fake own therapist, and then have to find a therapist. And you know what? It transcended me. It honestly and truly transcended me because even people that I knew during the time will tell me, yo, you're so much less angry.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it's like, you're healed because it's like you're aware of what happened and like the effects it had on you and how you're able to see the complete discourse of who you were and who you are now.
You literally notice, you catch yourself noticing sometimes like, damn, I used to react a whole different way to this before. Why is it not affecting me the same? And it's just like, you learn to realize like, even something as simple as just seeing the bigger picture. Like sometimes we focus so much on the small things, bro. And it's like, if you just zoom out for a minute and look around you and just
sometimes
stop focusing on all the little shit.
I've realized those little things though can make such a big issue. There's this story, I forgot where in the Bible, but there's basically a story about how this man got a pebble stuck in his foot. And it was a tiny little pebble and he had no problem. He didn't handle the problem. As he's walking all these miles, the pebble pain is getting more and more deeper and stronger. And eventually it gets infected and he has to get the foot amputated.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you could sit here, you understand the point I'm trying to make here. And that's the problem that people think that healing, quote unquote, is. It's not that you forget. There is no forgetting.
No, there's no forgetting.
There's no forgetting. You just have to adapt. It's just adapting,
growing,
and conscious movement. Sometimes I can't sit here and say, oh, I'm 100% healed. I don't think anyone ever is. No. But I have moments where I'm just like aware of certain thoughts and certain past experiences that I have to still, again, deal with today. And it's like, okay, well, all right, maybe I wasn't the best friend I thought I was, or maybe I wasn't,
Yeah, you learn. No, sometimes you do learn, like, damn, sometimes I'm the problem.
Yeah, sometimes I was the problem.
And that's not easy.
It is not.
That's not easy.
Because then it's like, shit.
Then you can't go back.
You can't apologize.
You can't go back in time. No. You can't change it sometimes.
No.
very rarely are you able to, save relationships and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Those are the hardest lessons, and that's the hardest pill to swallow for some people because they can't.
Sometimes it's your pride too.
Yeah,
not letting you see.
the irreparable damage.
Yeah.
Like, and that's healing. Like, unfortunately, it's one of those things that it's like, all right, well, you can't go back, and you have to accept that. You have to respect it and accept it.
Acceptance.
Acceptance is another hard pill to swallow.
Acceptance.
Because again, I feel like
what you can't change, what you can't control.
Yep. And patience. And again, a lot of reflection. You have to reflect. And you also have to flip it and make sure you understand the other person's perspective.
Oof. I have one. Remember when I said that people are scared to be alone?
Yeah.
What about the part of healing where people avoid healing, but they avoid it by distracting themselves with other things for God knows how long. I mean, this is separate from like, drugs, alcohol, whatever. Like,
right. That's exactly where my head went.
No, because I know there's that, but then there's also just the lifestyle.
As we sip on, as I take a sip.
Oh yeah, but eso no bonito, eso no. We are conscious drinkers. But yeah, I was saying there's the people that they avoid healing, but they'll be quick to get on a flight or quick to go to like the club. Well, yeah, travels. Vacation is different. I'm talking about like going to Miami and turning up type of flight. Like, okay. Are you healing? I'm kidding.
I am.
On the flight. In Santo Domingo.
And Aruba and Tulum and
no, but it's I just mean the whole like the not the whole.
Oh no, I say
the people that just avoid.
I will tell you this though, Gray. Trips will make you realize whether you're not healed or not. I'll say that much.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
A trip can go so well or so bad so fast.
Yup. And it'll let you know. Again, you not healed, sis. You not healed. I was not healed.
If you took the flight and you were feeling a type of way, it's gonna come out when you're on the beach, when you're having dinner. It's gonna come out. Why? Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that I see it is like if you go on vacation, you're going somewhere where you're putting your guard down.
Yup.
You're relaxing.
Yup.
You're in peace. You're in a quiet setting. There's no trains. There's no sirens.
You're in a completely different setting. Just a completely different like environment.
Where the outside noise goes from here to here. All of a sudden, it's you yourself. It's you and yourself. Like who you gonna talk to
and who you are and who you is. I'm telling you, you go to trips and you come back with no friends.
That happens. Or no phone anyway.
Or no phone.
But yeah.
Or no man.
Yeah, relationships can change on a trip. Yeah, no money is a fact. We're gonna skip that one.
I'm telling you,
because I thought this
summer you weren't healed.
The wallet. This is
how you know you wasn't healed. You were not healed. You do irresponsible behaviors. You do certain things that are not good.
Yeah.
You lash out. You're angry.
Yep.
Big mad. You gotta argue. You gotta see it from your point. Like you can't let it go. Can't let it go. You cannot let it go. If you can't let it go, you gotta figure something out, dude.
Yeah. I mean, like,
and again, I'm not talking about like serious, like severe trauma, like SA or like, assault or anything like that. But it's one of those things that, again, acceptance, because you could have something not completely even be your fault, and it's still your duty to sit here and take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like you have to be the one.
It's so sad, but it's so true.
Because
it really sometimes
some people don't even give you that satisfaction.
Yeah.
They don't give you the satisfaction.
No, I mean it sucks. It sucks.
Like an empty I'm sorry, and like a no sorry, or you just never got the chance. Like you just it's trash. It sucks. No. And you still have to be the one to sit here and smile and like keep marching on every day. Every day is a fucking battle.
Because who the fuck, who, excuse my language. Well, I don't care. I'm editing. I don't care. What the fuck? Anyway.
Well, this is my damn channel. It's my channel, damn it. That's right. God damn it.
Exactly.
Set the rules, sis.
Exactly.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. So cheers to that.
Salute.
Awareness.
Cheers and creativeness.
Future Gray. This for you.
Thanks for the vino. Sorry you don't have any more. How do you heal? How do you heal?
How to heal.
How to heal? How do you heal? How do you heal, time?
You know what it sounds like? It doesn't sound like healing. It sounds like healing.
I know. I heard it. How to heal?
Yo, heal.
Heal.
Like you're talking to a fucking horse.
All right,
Heal.
all right, we're gonna do that again.
All right, let's do it.
How to heal, right?
Yeah.
We gotta learn how to heal. How do you heal?
I think everyone no one really knows, right?
I know.
Well, you're she's a therapist, you
I
guys.
studied this.
Welcome to our channel. If you haven't met us, this is Inez. This is Inez.
I'm your friendly local therapist.
Yes, she is our professional therapist.
Yes. So it's just one of those things. Again, if you don't know how to heal, find someone like me.
Ding.
We will try to help you.
Insert name tag. Credentials.
Resume.
I always give myself more work.
A picture of a monkey. Just put a picture of a monkey. Just literally put a picture of a monkey.
I got you. Well, I guess obviously, yeah, I wouldn't have the answers as to how to heal, but I feel like when you really want to, because anyone that's dealing with trauma or any type of anything that's really affecting them in a negative way, eventually they're gonna get to a point, unless they fall down deep, which I know some people can get to that point,
right?
But when you have that epiphany moment, you're like, damn, I really need to fix my life. I really need to get myself together. Sometimes all it takes is like a little, asking the right person, or just doing a little bit of research. Like a little bit of research goes a long way, and you never know, like you could find something that's like around the corner from you that you could have been gone to.
I feel like research is kind of big too, because
or a friend.
Again, sometimes it could be some cathartic things that you need. Just writing out, a heartbreak or how they've hurt you, and then writing
it out.
Yeah.
Writing it out is
just
big.
like letting it out, reading it, and like just lighting it on fire in a safe environment can just be very cathartic.
Oh man, I want to do that.
Yeah, you should. It's beautiful. I've done it. I've had to. It's one of those things where it's like, damn, it's been so long. I feel like I need to just move on, and I haven't moved on, and I need to move on.
You still feel like something lingering.
And yes, and it's like I need to like figure out, why is this still here? Why is it still bothering me? Like, how has this affected me? Like, why should I need to move on in the reality of what my situation currently was?
Right.
Because it's like, pendeja, dime. That's not fair. That's not fair to me. Especially you're out here living your free dandy life. Como que si tú no hiciste nada.
Talk about it.
Like, that's not fair. Crazy. That's not fair to me to sit here. And I heard a woman, again, this was a Ted Bundy movie, but I liked it. It was the girlfriend of Ted Bundy.
Okay.
And she literally made a beautiful point where it's like, I'm not carrying your guilt. This is your guilt.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? Like,
oh my God, yeah.
I'm not carrying your guilt. I shouldn't carry your guilt. Cógelo, coño.
It's not your responsibility.
It's not my responsibility.
That person's issues is not your responsibility.
Yeah, and like,
your responsibility is just, you owe it to yourself to be happy.
Yes.
You owe it to yourself
Literally.
To feel good.
Yep.
You owe it to yourself to heal. That's your only responsibility.
Yeah, because if you're sitting here and you're just feeling down on yourself, and I'm not talking about the people that are clinically depressed. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that are in a funk and a rut. And it's like you are getting down on yourself and you're putting yourself down. Like, don't put yourself down. You have to be able to find one thing that you're good at. And you know what? Embrace that you're good at that one thing. Or if you don't like something about yourself, find that one thing about yourself that's like, all right, well, maybe my hair looks good today. Maybe my face is on fleek. Maybe I got good skin. And then you build on that. and you try to build your level of confidence and you practice meditation and you center yourself and try to enlist things in your life that make you feel good.
Yeah. Even if you are thinking about having a deeper spiritual connection. Like, don't be
Yes.
afraid of that either. Because
And
some
if
people are,
that's not
again,
for
so
you,
afraid of being alone, so afraid of being in silence and like connecting with
and you know
themselves.
what? This is for the people that are fucking selfish and work out and like, oh, they're beautiful. Like, that doesn't mean like, are you a generous person? Do you donate shit to charity? Are you a giving
No,
person?
do you give without expecting back?
Exactly. Are you
That's
selfless? Like,
totally
are
different.
you truly selfless? Are you not
That's
doing this
totally
to gain
different.
something? Exactly. Like,
You can't just give and expect, because
yes, because this is one thing I hate. I hate when people be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a good person. I'm nice to my friends and my family." You're supposed to be nice to your friends and your family. How do you treat your neighbor?
You're
How do you
supposed to be
treat
a
a
gentleman. You're
homeless
supposed
person?
to be respectful.
How do you treat someone that's a bum on the street? And a lot of people are so disrespectful, and we sit here and we're like, "Oh yeah, crackheads all the time." Yada yada yada. They're the biggest, unfortunately, population of people that have unfortunately suffered very traumatic and have very severe mental health issues.
Yeah, without the proper resources.
Without it's not even that it's just one of those things that, dude, it's an illness. Like that's it. They're so convulged in the substance and into their world, and even some of them have diseases that they don't want to be medicated because it literally just bums them out. Imagine living in your own fucking world where you're a rock star and then you come back to reality and you realize you're homeless.
Ouch.
Nigga, I'm gonna be a fucking rock star if that's the goddamn case. I tell you what, I'll drive us to Mars.
She said, "I'll tell you what."
I'll tell you what.
Tell me what, Willie?
I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the town.
Okay.
You feel me?
Crazy. Yeah, yeah.
But healing is not easy. Definitely, if there's some things that you need to get your thought off, find your friends, find your support network, find
Right.
people that have your real intentions, and make sure you check who the fuck is giving you advice.
Yeah.
Damn, I had a tickle.
Right.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
So you said
Support network.
Make sure you have a proper support network. Don't just take advice from anyone. You know, not all advice is good advice.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, key his fucking car,
Not
bitch.
his car, not burn his clothes, not.
Yeah, let's
What do you
fucking
get
put a
from
break,
that?
an arrest. Arrested. Bills, a judge, you need a lawyer. Like, you go, and you know what? All of that, so guess what? You still end up going to me.
Yeah.
You still get sent to a fucking
At
therapist.
the end of the day,
You go back to therapy. It all goes back to therapy.
all roads lead to.
Yo, that's so sick. Isn't that so funny?
Crazy.
It's hilarious. And people think it's a freaking joke. But when people are shooting up schools, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Then that's when mental health gets taken serious. People are killing themselves, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
People there. I just found out the
more
other
than
day.
that, mass shootings on 1,000.
The mass shooting rate is crazy.
Random. You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to school. You can't go to the mall. You can't. Bro, schools. Like elementary schools. Like, I remember way back. I don't know if you remember. This is way, way back. I think it was like Columbia or something, like Columbus. It was like some big ass like high school or college shooting.
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
a college shooting.
Yeah, Columbine.
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 I think it was Columbine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gotten to the point where it's like
One every
elementary
year. Yeah, Sandy Hook
schools.
was really bad.
Like,
a lot of not, and I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, the one was better. No, like they're all terrible.
It's just
these
like,
are really tragic.
people aren't even. I'm
And-
just saying, like, poor kids aren't even starting their lives.
It's funny too because we're sitting here talking about, dude, we're talking about shootings and mass shootings. Mental health has been an issue. Of Mice and Men, literally one of the most famous
yeah.
American literature is about
that was a good
a
book.
mentally ill person. So it's not to sit here like, oh, mental health should matter when lives are at stake. No,
It should always matter.
It should always matter. You want to know fucking why? You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, you still want people to behave, and people can't behave if you're not answering the goddamn problem.
Exactly.
And that's the issue that we're having. We're talking about generational trauma. There's a reason why, unfortunately, like, Hispanics and Blacks are struggling, it's because of all the issues that we've had to sit here and overcome. You can't just overcome fucking racism, overcome slavery. It's been thousands of years. People keep saying it's been 500. It hasn't been 500 years. It's been more than that.
Oof.
And it's been way more than that. And people keep saying, oh, yeah, it's been 500 years of slavery. No, it hasn't. It's been 500 years since slavery. That's not true. We're still struggling off of that. And I put Hispanics in that because guess what? Everyone in the Latin American country has also had to sit here and go through the goddamn slave trade.
Yeah, man.
Like,
and all you Spanish people that think that you're not related or that you guys don't have a Black descent.
Yes, dude.
You
like
do.
The only reason why we're fucking here is because of that. And these countries are poor. We had gold. Puerto Rico has a river that was filled with gold. Gray.
Yeah.
Had gold. You go in and you shake the dirt and you see the gold particles still in the river.
Insane.
They milked the fucking resources out of it.
Yeah.
And we're still poor. We're still poor.
Yo, third
world fucking
world
countries. Huge countries. DR is this big. Compared to Colombia.
Yeah.
Compared to Mexico. Even Honduras. Dude. Peru.
Yo.
Ecuador. Like, come on. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe.
DR shouldn't be struggling as much as it is. But at the same time,
DR is barely struggling, sis. At least DR can sit here and pay its bills.
Yeah, but you know why? Which I was going to also say. The corrupted ass government they got. There's no fixing that one.
No.
There's no fixing that one.
But you know what? That's also just, again, like, people just have to...
Man, I don't mean to laugh about this, but it's
people
funny
are so power hungry.
Because only in DR you see politicians throwing chairs at each other, bro. Yo, I'm sorry, but I lived in DR, so I could speak on this. They throw chairs at each other. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like, you know, I always gotta hit the mic at least one time. Always at least one time I hit this mic. You've seen videos of like when people fight in the club and they're throwing the hookahs at each other and chairs and
everyone's angry.
Dominican politicians do the same thing.
Thinking we got it from them.
In the daytime. In the middle of the day.
That's
before
so
lunch.
Yep.
Just throwing chairs at each other.
Woohoo.
Like crazy. It's just like, and that's another mental health thing. Dominicans don't even speak about mental health.
No.
That's one of, you know how our culture is like, they don't seek help. They just think like, oh, fulano, he's like that. He's just like that.
No, everything is you gotta lose weight.
Everything is you gotta lose weight.
Everything is you gotta lose weight.
And men are never wrong.
And you gotta go outside and no, tú no eres loco. Oh no, you're not depressed. No, you gotta go outside.
And they think they're like, they think that they're not Black at all.
That's other shit. That's for another day. That's another mental health. That's just delusion.
The delusion is wild.
That's just delusion. The fact of the matter is, because I feel like we could wrap it up, mental health is just one of those things where you can sit here and say you're healed, but being healed is just more than how you respond to just relationship and your parents. It's just
how you deal with yourself.
No, not even that. Your real placement in the fucking universe. How about y'all humble yourselves and realize we're only spectacles?
Humble yourself, sweetie.
Like, how about we realize that we're only little fucking dusts in the eternity of life?
Zoom out.
Yeah.
Zoom out. Like, see the bigger picture.
See the bigger picture. Like, oh, my mom used to slap me in my face. You're probably annoying. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. We're kidding. I got slapped in my face a lot, as you can see, because I was disrespectful. But the fact of the matter is, it's all about common decency and being empathetic towards one another. Because everyone is now on their phone and there's less communication and less interaction and less emotional awareness.
Yeah, there's less like actual engagement. It's more like engagement.
Yeah.
You know, like this is it right here. LOL, straight face, you know, all that stuff.
Liking and
yeah.
And you know what? And now it's one of those things where people want to stay in power, and in order to stay in power, you got to keep everybody in order. And how do you keep everybody in order? You make them be aware of themselves and recognize that they need assistance as to why they're bugging the fuck out. And like,
How about, I mean, I'll
because at
say
the end of the day,
this.
we're also it's one of those, oh, I feel powerless.
Yeah.
Because one person can't just overthrow racism. Like, it's gonna take a little bit more.
No, it's a process. It's a process.
It's gonna take more time.
But I'll say this, when I try to deal with healing myself, because I feel like we could share with them, how we try to heal, or what's maybe something that you've included in your routine
And my routine
that's helped you healed.
Yeah.
I could say, for me, I've been getting more spiritually connected. So I've been, praying more, not scared to, again, be by myself in silence, or really think about the issues that even if I can't control, I want to at least have the best possible reaction to it.
Right.
And accept that I can't control it. Like, that was major for me as far as like healing. But what about you?
It's so corny. I journal a
Journaling is
lot.
not corny. I have like 4 diaries.
I feel like everybody goes.
I lost one of them. So.
I journal a lot. I write out my thoughts a lot because I'm one of those. I'm just like, ugh.
Always, always,
Like, and
always
sometimes it
thinking.
saves me from spazzing out on people. Because sometimes it just be me bugging out and I just be my own short temper. And before I say something I regret, I just go to my notes and be like, oh my God, you fucking piece of shit. Like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, you have no idea who the hell I am. If you do this again, you're going to see what the hell I'm going to do to you. Like,
It was the intro on the
it's
journal.
because I can't judge myself. I can't be judged off that.
Right.
Because sometimes I do be bugging out. Like, I have a short fuse and I get that from my mom. So that's my generational trauma. So that's why I need a journal. Because my brain is like, fast, and the writing, I have sloppy handwriting, but I have sloppy handwriting because that is also attributed to my thinking. I think too fast. I think too fast for my arms to like keep up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. She said.
I think too fast.
That's wild.
I think too fast.
I was like, that. My excuse for my sloppy handwriting is because I usually sketch. So like. My hands are so like used to being more free that I can't really fix myself to like do some like I'm not even gonna hold you. I've seen some Asians that their handwriting look like a typewriter.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
The precision.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. My brothers both have beautiful handwriting. I have ugly doctor handwriting, but that's how my mom.
My brother write ugly too.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sugarcoating that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That means he's smart. Like, I'm sorry. Like, ugly handwriting is attributed to.
Richard doesn't even watch this.
Now he's gonna watch this.
Now he's gonna watch this.
Bro, we gave you a shout out. Sorry. Anyways, it's a fast handwriting, and I'm complimenting him too, so he can kiss my ass. Again, insulting him. Fast handwriting for me, because I'm complimenting myself. Fast handwriting is attributed to intelligence, unfortunately, because you can't keep up. You're thinking too fast, so your arm can't fucking keep up.
Any fast writers in the house?
Period. And any sloppy handwriters? Now you know.
Yo, because you also be on the keyboard like he's one of those
fast, bro. I've been I'd
be like delete.
The keys don't fucking move. They're not going anywhere. Like, it's always the same keys. Like, they don't change, sis. You know what it is? It's because I was an office receptionist, so my job was to yes. We went from journaling to this. We're supposed to end this fucking podcast. Whatever. I'm gonna finish the goddamn point and then I'm gonna go back. It's because I worked an office job, so my job was to like deal with the patients. So I had to. And I had to do reports, so I had to make sure my fucking speed was fast. The keys don't fucking change, okay? Journaling is great.
Points made.
Because sometimes there's something about putting it on pen and paper that it weighs on you a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I love pros and cons lists.
Your brain records it differently.
Exactly. And you know what? It be God, too. I add a spiritual element. I have my little stones and I meditate as well.
There you go.
So I always try to shut everything off. And I play like my little meditation music, ironically.
I love me some meditation
I put some meditation music and I literally lay on the floor. Like when I be drunk here, I lay on the
Yeah,
floor
you
in
do
my
do that.
house.
She
And
does lay on the floor
it's
a lot.
humbling. Again, everybody needs to be freaking humbled. I lay on the floor, I play some meditation music, and I surround myself with my stones, and I just sit there and I am amazing. Everything I want in life, I will achieve. I am the power. I am the pilot of my own life. If I can succeed, I can achieve. Everything I want is within my grasp. Money is always flowing to me. Like, that is me. I am amazing. I am powerful. I can fly. So,
Yo.
like, I be
Thank you guys for taking a moment to meditate with
and
us.
I right, and now for Inez's meditation.
And now we close.
You know the fuck this, we gotta say this one, the Papa John's ones. Better pizza, better bitches, better money, my
You
clothes better,
enjoy?
my shoes better, I work harder. Yo, I said that shit to myself. I'm not gonna lie, it worked. So definitely self-affirmation, positive affirmations,
Definitely
meditation, and journaling. That's what
affirmation.
I do. There.
Definitely affirmation.
That's what I do to heal, and it's the journaling has been a big part of my own healing.
I love that.
Journey.
Yeah, I love that affirmations. Yeah, you guys, but there's apps for all these things too that could really help you out. Like
Yeah.
there's an app where you can download the Bible, even get in
Yeah.
touch with your friends. I myself use one. I'm not
You-
gonna say
you just
like I'm
gotta-
still getting used to it, but I'm
Yeah.
still like trying to be as consistent
Yeah,
as I can.
exactly.
The same with the affirmation app. I have an affirmation app that sends me a message. It could be 2 times a day, once a day, whatever, but it's a little message like,
Yeah.
hey, like you're beautiful. Hey, you're
Yeah.
smart. Don't forget, you could do whatever.
And you don't
Set
need
your
a
mind
journal. You don't have to journal every
anything.
day. Yeah. And that's the other thing
Anything.
too. It could be anything and you don't have to journal every day. It doesn't have to be every day. It just has to be one of those things that you implement when you feel in the rut, if you're sad, if you're anxious, if you're this, and just that.
just knowing where your outlet is going to be. Just find your outlet, and
Yes.
then you can see how many times you can go to it.
And you see what comes back to you.
Yeah.
And energy wise, because anytime I've written on my journal, I'm like, God, show me a sign. He shows me the sign.
It comes eventually, But I think that's our advice, where again everyone can handle it differently.
And take it easy on yourself, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
Don't be
definitely
hard
a
on
process.
yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. No one knows all the answers. No one, like everyone is an incomplete project.
Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it again and again till I get it right. Come
We
on,
annoying.
Miley.
Why'd you make me do that?
I love her. Yeah.
One time for Miley.
But showing our age on Mindful Millennials. Let's go.
You made me do that though. Like I couldn't not sing it though.
Oh.
That's crazy. Nah, you got it. But yeah, guys, this episode was again in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. We hope that you guys, again, go easy on yourself. Everyone is going through something. Be, humble.
Yes.
At least try to practice empathy, if you feel like you don't. Like everyone is going through their own battles.
In honor of Jerry Springer, be kind to yourselves and one another.
Yes.
We're your hosts, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Great. And as we out.